Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Psychic TV International, and I am Fiona, and I'm hosting tonight's live stream. Welcome, everybody, and I'm very excited to be here again. It's been actually a few years since I've hosted the show, and Psychic TV is very close to my heart. And I'm very, very excited to be on tonight. So welcome, everybody. And we've got a beautiful psychic that's joining us tonight. Maybe one, maybe two. We're just waiting to get hold of a second psychic, but that will happen hopefully. So just welcome, everybody. As you can see, we've got all the numbers to call down the bottom of the screen. But tonight, if you would like your question answered, we're going to ask that you please pop it in the comments, but also like and share the live stream. And so when you pop in your question, if you could say that you've done that as well, that would be fabulous. And then we'll be pulling out your questions and we will have those answered by our beautiful psychics. So as I said, I am Fiona and I've been a part of Psychic TV for a while now. And I'm a healer. I'm really big on the law of attraction. I am, super excited about everything that happens here and, this energy that's created, especially on this live stream I watch regularly. So I'm very excited to be here tonight. Thank you for having me. And I can see that we've got some comments coming in. So welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday night here in Australia. It's been a rainy one in Sydney, but we are keeping warm. And I'd like to welcome one of our psychics. Now, I hope that I pronounce your name correctly. Renoiretta, I think that's how I pronounce it. Renoiretta is a psychic from the UK, and I will see if I can add you to the screen now. Good evening, Renoiretta. Is that how I pronounce your name?
That's right. Yeah, that's the best way to pronounce it.
Thank you.
Renoiretta.
Oh, Renoiretta. Perfect. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful name. Welcome and thank you for being here tonight. I know that you're in the UK. That's fabulous. You look amazing. I just want to say what a fabulous outfit that you've got on. And maybe you could tell our listeners a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a UK-based psychic. I've been doing this type of thing for over 30 years now. I started quite young, and today I'm actually celebrating St Andrew's Day, which is the patron saint of Scotland. So I'd like to say hello to everybody, all the Celtic people out there around the world who celebrate St Andrew's Day, because it's a special day. More in Scotland, but all around the world, people do. With Celtic ancestry, they do celebrate it. Now, but going back to myself, I've done sort of various different work. I've worked in magazines, on TV. I've done things, written articles and blogs. I've done face-to-face, so a mixture really, different things. And more to do with the holistic side. I mean, I used to be a nurse years ago, so I've done nursing as well. More on the sort of the mental health and psychiatric nursing, and then I got more into counselling, and then because I've always had an interest in the spiritual side of life, I decided to go more into the spiritual side of things. So now I do a mixture really of mind, body and spirit. I like to do a mixture of all three now, and I've had a history in my family of people involved in sort of spiritual stuff. My grandma and my great grandma were actually the founders of the local spiritualist church. And then also, they were quite active throughout their lives. They passed away now some years ago, but I often feel that they are around me in spirit. I do feel their energy around me, like spirit guides or.
So you use them as your guides.
Yeah, I do. Very much so.
Well, it's really wonderful to have you here for sharing all of that with us. We're very excited that you're on the show tonight. Is this your first time on the show?
It is on this one. I've been on other ones in the past, with other organisations and things. But on this one, this is the first time. Even though I've been with yourselves for over a year now, but this is the first time.
Well, yeah,
So I
it's
just
wonderful
thought,
to be here. And I know we've got lots of comments coming in and lots of questions.
okay.
It would be wonderful if we could get started with one, if that would be okay with you. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I do actually use cards as well. I brought some of my cards with me today, so I
Beautiful.
do use my
Beautiful.
spirit guides and things as well. But I do like to use the cards, so I will be drawing them for people today as well.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much. So we do have, I will start with a question from Carrie. Let me just bring this up on the screen. Thank you so much, Carrie, for dropping this in and also liking and sharing the live feed. So Carrie's asking, will I be changing jobs in the next few months? Please and thank you. So if you've got,
Okay. Could I just take? Could, yeah, sorry. Could I ask your date of birth, please? Because I do work with astrology as well. Could you just
I
let me? You
don't
don't have
know.
to say the year.
Okay, I need to see if Carrie will pull that up here now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Carrie to do that.
Oh, that's
Um,
okay. I mean, I can just work on the energy. I can
if
work
she does
on.
pop it up, I will have a little look for you and I will let you know. So,
Okay.
Carrie, if you're on there and you'd like to pop that, yes, okay, I have it. Carrie, thanks for the quick response there.
Okay.
So hopefully Carrie doesn't mind her date of birth. So it's the 5th of June, 1981.
All right. So that would make you a Gemini. Okay. Well, what I'm feeling, the first thing that's coming through in the energy is I do feel there are some changes coming your way. So I do feel, even though we can't always give an exact time on it, I do get the feeling as if there is some sort of change coming up to you. But I feel particularly between now and next May. So I feel it could be more sort of after Christmas and into the new year, moving into sort of spring before the summertime. I feel that you will hear from job officers before then, but you may decide, for instance, that you don't actually feel ready to instantly make a decision. I feel that there might be a bit of indecision there because you may have more than one offer, for instance, coming through. But I feel February time, actually, I'm getting from spirit, February being a good time for you. So I feel that that would be when you would be perhaps signing contracts or being offering a new job somewhere that you would be possibly entering around that time. I'm going to draw a card for you now as well, because I do like to use the cards. Now
Thanks.
here I've got the High Priestess. Yeah, the High Priestess card I've got here. I don't know if you can see, but can you see that High Priestess card?
Yes, we can now. We can see that. Yes, we can see that card. Perfect.
Yeah. And this is saying to you or suggesting that you listen to your own intuition as well at the moment. So even though obviously it's nice to get advice and guidance from other people, the message here is also listen to your own intuition, because I do feel that you are quite intuitive as a person. I get that feeling as if you're quite an intuitive person. And I feel that you have got guides and people around you who are helping you, like spiritual protection around you. I feel female coming through for you in the spirit world as well. It could be like an aunt or someone who's passed away. I don't feel she was that old when she passed away, this lady. She may have been in her 40s, for instance, or early 50s. But I feel that she's around you. And I feel that she's also saying to you, if it doesn't feel right, then don't go for it. But she was saying to me that you will just know. You'll know when it's the right job offer. I mean, what sort of work is it that she does? Has she told you what she does in work? Because I feel that she's good with people. I feel that she's a people person.
Okay.
No.
Look, if Carrie seems to be on there, Carrie, if you wanted to give some insight into what you do for a job, that would be wonderful. If you're on there now and wanted to place that in the comments, that would be wonderful. So no, Carrie has commented a big thank you to both of us.
Okay.
But if you do, Carrie, if you do have anything further you'd like to add, that would be wonderful. But hopefully, that really solidified something for Carrie and gave us some guidance. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Actually, she has just commented she's a general manager of technology. So whether that
Oh, right,
brings
because I was picking up, I was picking up admin, like offices, admin, that sort of thing. So that would make sense because obviously I expect she probably has to deal with some of that, or that she's in an office environment, that type of thing. So that's what I was picking up. So I do feel that that's where she's going to be, in some sort of office environment. There's admin and things going on around her, but lots of computer work and things like that as well. So I feel like that's looking good there for her. And international as well. I feel there's an international flavour to what she'll be doing. It won't just be based in one country, even if she's doing it remotely. But there may be a chance to travel. They're international for her as well, is what I'm picking up there.
Well, that sounds very nice for Carrie. And hopefully, yes, hopefully that gets you excited, Carrie. It sounds great to me. And thank you so much for popping your question in here.
Okay.
And if it's okay, we might move. We've got quite a few moving along, and I can see we've got
okay.
another joined us as well, Michael, which is incredible. So, hi, Michael. I don't know if I put you straight on now. I want to add you to the stage right now, just to do a quick hi. Yes, I do. Why not?
Why not?
Hi, Michael. I'm
Hi, how are you?
Good. I think we might have met before, but maybe it's just
probably. I've been around for a few years, so you've probably seen me on and off. I'm sure we've crossed paths on some stage.
Yeah, great. Maybe you could just for everyone probably knows you, but just give us a little intro to yourself. That would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm a psychic empath. I'm not a mediumship, so I'm really good with questions straight to the point. So whether it's love, career, life path, pretty much, yeah, anything but mediumship, I can definitely help you with. I've got a life coaching background as well, so I sort of try and give practical skills as well as clarity in the reading as well. So yeah, pretty much direct questions, especially in this sort of snapshot platform, they're probably the best type of questions to ask.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, I'm not sure, like usually if we tag team the questions between you two, but maybe I will do that because it seems like a nice thing to do. Is that okay? So I might go to Michael for the next one and come back to you. Yeah. Okay. So Michael, we have a question here I'll pop it up on the screen as well, from Anne. Do you see that my friendship with a long distance male friend will continue, and will I hear from him soon?
Perfect. The short version of that will be yes, but I feel like it's probably going to be more closer to Christmas by the time you hear from this person. I do feel like there's been a bit of back and forth energy with this male friend of yours. I'm definitely getting a romance connection here, but it's almost like friendship romance. And I feel like we're going back and forth a lot with that energy. I feel like more he does than you. I feel like you kind of want this to progress on a romantic level more than he does at this stage. And they're sort of saying, just be, I want to say patient, but I feel like you've already been doing that. But they're just saying, give it a little bit more time. I don't feel like he's ready to cross over fully into that romantic path, but I am being shown Christmas and it is connecting to romance between the two of you. So I would probably expect that more around that time for the two of you. And yeah, I feel like he's really afraid to lose the friendship. He doesn't want to lose that. So he's playing it a bit safe, but he's also a bit stubborn as well. So yeah, I know you've been patient, but just hold off for a little bit longer. And I really feel like the outcome's going to be worth it in the end for you.
Beautiful. Sounds like very good guidance there for you, Anne. And again, Anne, if that resonates, or please leave any comments that you have for Michael, that would be amazing. And we've just heard back from Carrie Renoiretta that you just helped out as well. And so I'll just show a little comment here that has been wonderful guidance, lots of amazing wisdom to keep her focused. So that's incredible. That's really great. And I will keep anything coming in, but we will take another question if that's okay. Renoiretta, if you'd like to take this one, that would be wonderful. It's one from Robert. Robert's liked and shared. Thank you. And just a reminder, if you are popping in any comments to like and share the live stream, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. And Robert's asking, are there any significant events or changes for him in 2025? So I know you might be wanting to pull a card there. Did you need any more details from Robert?
She frozen?
Oh, maybe. Are you frozen?
Okay, well, hello. To your question, I've got quite a nice positive card. It's to do with the planet. Can you hear me? Is that okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
This shows here financial improvements. Okay, it's to do with moving onwards and upwards. So it shows here with the number 9. It's associated with Sagittarius and the planet Jupiter, which is about expansion And number 9 is about positive outcomes from previous plans. So this shows me here that if you've been planning for anything new, whether it's moving home, buying properties, investing money, a new job, anything along those lines to do with anything that's earthy, because it's also to do with the sign of Virgo. This particular card is also to do with Virgo, which is to do with security.
Ooh. I think we might have just paused there for a minute. Oh, Robert, well, hopefully
all the way to the UK, so it's a big strain.
I know, like we were, yes, I know.
Security, stability.
Okay. We lost you just a little bit there, Renoiretta. So we might need to jump, Renoiretta, we might need to pause for a minute on
you.
Sorry,
I think this.
Yeah, hopefully Robert did get some good information there. And Robert, we can always come back to you when Renoiretta comes back on, if that's okay. But again, if you want to pop anything in the comments, love to hear it. And hopefully she'll come back on in a minute. I think it's Michael. Yeah, where are you, Michael?
It's a bit. I'm in Melbourne.
Oh, okay. How's it? It's very, very rainy in Sydney today.
More closer. It's been really raining in Melbourne. I actually, jumped on last minute, so I'm actually still in my pajamas. But I thought it doesn't matter. No one's going to know now that I've just said it. Everyone knows.
Yeah, that's okay. Like I think probably my bottom half's in pajamas. That's okay. Yeah. But as long as this is okay, that's the main thing. I love that.
Close, so that's a start.
It's organic, and you're here. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you again. Now, we have Regan that would love you to answer a question, please. She's requested you, so that's lovely. Oh, hello, Regan. Lovely photo of you. Michael, please. Will Aiden be very successful next year?
Again, definitely short version is a yes on that. I am getting March for some reason, or I'm getting outcomes and results in March for him. The success though is what they're sort of saying, and it's kind of rhetorical as well in a sense that that's on him as well. So depending on the work he puts in, depending on his attitude, depending on, all the above, will depend on the success as well. Obviously, if you don't put in the work, you're not going to be successful. So make sure that he stays focused. I feel like he's quite driven, and this has been a long time coming as well. So I'm sensing a bit of frustration, a bit of like eagerness to get this like happening. It'll happen when it's meant to and not sooner. So don't be discouraged by that. Just tell him if he is watching hi. Otherwise, tell him just to stay focused, stay motivated. I'm definitely getting successful completions and outcomes in March. So that'll be something for him to look forward to. But like I said, the level of success is up to him and not sort of anyone else. So the more he puts in, the better it's going to be for him. So give and take in that sense. But yeah, definitely March will be a good time to celebrate.
Amazing. Okay. Sounds like March is the time. That's and hopefully again that resonates as well. And I'm just going to let you know that Anna also said, thank you so much, Michael, that resonates as well with her. So yeah, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And welcome back, Renoiretta. How are you?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what happened. Did your signal go? The signal went here and I logged out and I logged back in again. I was in the middle of a conversation with Rob doing his reading. Did the signal go down or something? Or
yeah, look, we did lose you. We lost you, but that's okay. You're back now. It's okay. And you were Robert did, if you'd like to go back to Robert even just briefly, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Robert's also left a date of birth there. Thank you, Robert. Robert's comment is up there about the significant changes. If you'd like his date of birth, he has left that for you now.
Oh, yes, please. If I could have that would be good.
Yes, 24th of May.
Right. So he's on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. Now, that's interesting because the thing is, at the moment, the planet Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, it's actually going retrograde, as if it's going backwards. It's not actually literally going backwards, but it has the effect as if it's slowing things down, or people may have to go over past situations, have a second chance to put things right, for instance, or a chance to think about things before they rush into situations. And that's actually in the sign of Sagittarius. So this is actually slowing things down a bit for people in some ways. But it's not a bad thing, because it is giving him the chance to think about perhaps where he wants to go in his life before he signs any contracts or makes decisions, if it is to do with a house move or a job situation change. So that's showing me here that this is a good time for him to make changes, but just be careful before he rushes in, before he makes any too many fast decisions. More haste, less speed is the message there. Think carefully, and then you're more likely to go on the right path.
Oh, that sounds like amazing advice, actually, for a lot of us. But thank you. And I hope that, again, Robert, yeah, doesn't it? Thank you again, Robert, for your question. And hopefully that resonates. Please feel free to let us know, drop in the comments. And yeah, I'm glad we got to finish that one up. That's perfect. And before we go to the next question, Michael, Regan just left a comment as well saying, thank you, spot on. So that is wonderful. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yes, so good. And again, all the numbers are down the bottom of the screen. Sorry if I've forgotten to mention that enough, but they're all going across the screen. So feel free to call now if you'd like to speak to another psychic, or after the show as well. And we'll pop on to the next question. And our next question is, I'm just trying to find it because I had it all marked here. It's from Sue. So Sue is asking, thank you, Sue, for liking and sharing. Just wondering if there's anything happening for Sue, been going through some tough personal things lately. So just wondering if there's anything that...
Yeah, definitely. Look, I can definitely sense, I can definitely sense the heaviness. As soon as your question came up, I can feel your energy is quite heavy at the moment, and that's fine. That's going to pass. I wouldn't focus too much on that at the moment. I would start to focus on the direction that you are heading in. I know you're probably wondering, well, I don't know what that is. I can almost hear you screaming that that's why I asked the question. But Spirit's kind of saying we are putting you on a path. Just be a little bit more patient with us. We are definitely getting down the direction you need to go. There's definitely a lot of shifts in a lot of areas. It's quite interesting. It's almost like if I had to get 3 boxes or 3 of things, it's like this, and this is all changing. And that's like career, home, and I believe romance as well, like the top 3 that we all kind of look at. But definitely work is what's changing for you quite soon. I don't know if you are actually working now. I feel like maybe you're not, or it feels like to me that you're actually not. That's definitely going to shift come sort of probably mid-January next year for you. It's funny. It's like, even though you're like, I'm sort of like, what's going on? I've been going through a lot of crap basically lately, and I'm just kind of a bit over it. Spirit's like, if you can try and enjoy the next month, try and actually enjoy Christmas, if you do celebrate it, try and actually just enjoy the holiday season over the next sort of few weeks. As much as you might find that a bit hard, or you might be struggling because you don't feel festive, or you don't feel like you want to celebrate, you try and shift that mentality if you can. I know Fiona talked a lot about, law of attraction and manifestations and things like that. When you put that out there, it does sort of come back. And I know, I get it. Like, I'm human too, and I understand you. I see you. It is hard when you are in that headspace and you're like, I just can't be bothered. I don't have the energy. Little steps, baby steps. It's like I always say to clients who are going through mental health or struggling, little things like making a bed, having a shower, cooking a dinner, like little tiny things are accomplishments. And psychologically, when you do that, you actually feel accomplished. So what Spirit's kind of saying to you is start on the little things. Don't worry about the big picture. Spirit and the universe, that's their job. All you need to worry about right now is making the bed, make some dinner, go for a walk. That's all you need to focus on. Little steps. And then the more you do that, the better and easier it's going to become by the end of next month in December. I'm getting a new job or something new work-wise come mid-January, and that's going to set the tone for the rest of the year for you in regards to your home, your just everything. I think once a more stable, more positive income, because it's funny, they're showing me the money coming in as the color yellow. So it's like yellow money is coming into you, and that's going to really just set you up. So hang in there. Just hang in there. I know it's been tough, but it is going to get better. I know it's so cliche because people say that it gets easier, it gets better, but it's so true. We've got to kind of get to the low point. It's, once you hit bottom, you can only go up. You can't keep going below. So you're in that level now.
Oh, I love all that advice for Sue and for everybody. I think it's a really good reminder, isn't it? It's kind of like, you know, it's that, not that rock bottom, but it's always that like area of contrast, and then where you can launch from there is the most exciting thing. And like
it's
just
very
simply,
positive. It's very positive.
Yeah. And that positive momentum picks up, right? It's just like, it is that law of attraction. Like you said, Michael, like the little joys turn into these big joys. And
and that's the thing. And everyone tries to, you know, do the big thing, but it's like building a house. Without the foundation, the house can't stand. So do the little things. Don't forget about them, because they build to the big thing. And be patient, because everyone wants to get to that, you know, that spot, and it's like, you can't. It just doesn't work like that. So
it's like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, don't they? They say Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's little baby steps. You have to take the baby steps before you can take the bigger steps.
And those baby steps can actually be quite fun. It's the journey too, right? That sometimes, it's nice to enjoy that. So, and I love that.
Look, I'm the worst person. Like, I am so impatient. So I give all this advice, and then I'll go, you know what? I've got to bring it back to me as well.
We all want the manifestation, like now. But I love what you said as well about Sue just enjoying Christmas and this period coming up as well, and just getting, I think, into that festive feeling as much as you can. Because I know it can be quite a difficult time, but just going into the little joys of that, I think. And that was really lovely advice, actually, I think. So hopefully, Sue, that felt really good.
I think, can I just say, I think what Michael said was also important for everybody when it comes to mental health at Christmas time, because Christmas, even though it's meant to be all tinsel and happy, and, you know, it's not always that simple for people, is it? And, you know, let's face it, Christmas can be quite a stressful time for various reasons for many people. So I think it's important for everybody to be, you know, aware of mental health and, you know, their spiritual health and things as well at Christmas time, all year round, but especially at Christmas time.
And the thing is too, like, with the stress with Christmas, we make it stressful. Christmas doesn't need to be stressful. We make it stressful.
That's true.
What's there to stress
it's
about?
lost
Presents
its
and
kind
cooking.
of essence, hasn't it? I know. And it's lost its essence really as well. But I totally agree. It can be such a lonely time for people when it's meant to be a time with family. So I think it's being able to see as well, you know, recognize that in others, and also just going back to what the essence of it really is about, isn't it? You know, not consumerism, totally, you know, you're right. We just get stressed out.
It's more a spiritual time, really, or should be, but it has become very commercial, hasn't it, now, Christmas? But it is really a spiritual time of year, really. And, you know, as long as people hold on to that, remember that regardless of religion, it doesn't matter, you know, if you're pagan or Christian or some other, you know, religion or no religion at all, it's still to do with sort of spiritual side of, you know, the seasons changing and, you know, the time of year, whether you're in the winter solstice or the summer solstice.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it represents, exactly. And a time of kindness and love, really, at its essence. Hopefully, we can come back to that in a way. But we might we've still got lots of questions here, so if you're okay, Renoiretta, I might go to you for the next one from Lulu. So we have a question. I'll pop it up on screen as well. Thank you for liking and sharing. Just a reminder to please like and share the live stream and pop your questions in. And Lulu's asking, hoping to get some insight into her future. I've been through relationship and family issues for some time, and it's hard.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Lou. But do you have her date of birth at all, or can she give us her date of birth?
Let's see. Lulu, if you're there and would like to pop in your date of birth, I will revert back to that if that's okay. If you wanted to get started, and then I can.
I mean, I just feel that things are improving for her. I feel that it's almost as if, you know, when things are bad, you do hit, you know, rock bottom sometimes. But I do feel that she is a person who does bounce. You know, she bounces back. That's what I'm feeling with her. That she's got sort of quite a positive, bouncy type of personality, and I feel that she has sort of been through the worst of it now. I'm seeing here like the Tower card coming through in the reading for her, and I feel the Tower is very much to do with chaotic situations, but ones that have been going on for quite some time. And because it's up the right way rather than reversed, it does mean that she's been through the worst of it. So it's almost as if there is light at the end of the tunnel there for her. And I feel that this is sort of a turning point for her in her life now, really. I feel that she's going to be getting rid of any negative people out of her life or negative situations, whether it's, you know, to do with people in her personal life or work life or where she lives, anything like that. She's going to be sort of getting rid of things. It's almost as if she's going to be sorting the wheat from the chaff, as they say. You know, she's going to be knowing who her true friends are, the genuine from the ones who aren't so genuine, perhaps. You know, that's what I'm picking up there for her.
Okay, and Lulu has just left her date of birth, if you would like that as well, which is the 7th of July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's a Cancerian. Now that's important because Cancerians are very sensitive people normally, being a water sign, and they can be very clairsentient as well, and, you know, like empaths. And I feel that she is quite clairsentient and empathic, whether she knows it or not. And I do feel that atmospheres are very important to her. Like, she picks up things almost like a psychic sponge. I feel that she absorbs energies and auras and vibes around her very strongly. So they sort of affect her to her core, really. Even if she isn't always aware of it, she may not always know that she's feeling a certain way because she's picking up on vibes from people or situations around her. But again, I do feel that she will be getting more balance in her life, harmony, balance, equilibrium. Because I feel she's had a bit of imbalance, mostly caused by other people. I'm picking that up, you know, negative partners that she's had in the past, or relationships she's had with other people, perhaps even in her own family. Some friends who might not have been as genuine as perhaps they seemed initially. But she is going to have a rock to lean on. I do feel there are people around her. You know, she is loved. I'm hearing this from spirit, that she is loved. And that is very important. You know, she's got not only spirit guides around her, but actual true loyal friends and family who will stand by her through thick and thin. And I do see a partner around her in the future. So whether she's got one at the moment or looking to find somebody, I do see the strong sort of emphasis on getting the image of a partner around her. So I don't feel that she's going to be alone. You know, I get the feeling that she feels a bit alone at times. She feels a bit sort of secluded or a bit cut off from people. She isn't always feeling connected with people. But I do sense that she will start to feel more connected, as if she belongs with people, and she'll know the true people in her life who are worthwhile keeping in her life, if you put it that way, you know, from the ones who perhaps weren't really seeing things for her own best interest. It's more for their own interest rather than for her. But these people around her in the future, I do feel that they would be more genuine people. She's keeping some of the old people. It's not like she's just getting rid of all the people from the past. I feel that she's still going to have some loyal, good friends from her past still around her, but she's meeting new people as well. You know, and family members too. You know, I feel that they'll perhaps step back a bit and not put all their problems on her, because I do feel sometimes they tend to put their problems onto her. You know, when she's probably already got quite a lot of her own. That's what I'm picking up there. You know, where
Well, look, hopefully that resonated with you, Lulu. And again, that sounds like a positive outcome, which is amazing. And definitely, some things coming in that sound very welcoming. So thank you so much for that. And before we go to the next reading, just a reminder that all the numbers to call are down the bottom of the screen. And we do have psychics online right now to take your calls as well. There's Amanda, Claire, Judith, Sky, Kat, and Natalie. So lots of psychics on. If you'd like a reading right now, please feel free to call the numbers that are running below the screen. And if you would like reading on our live broadcast tonight, just remember to like and share the live stream, please. And I just saw a comment come in from Sue Michael to you to say a big thank you. Let's read this one out. Wow. Gee, yes. Sorry, we cut off half the screen there. Wow. Gee, Michael, I really appreciate your positive words and we'll take it on board. I'm generally a very positive person, but you hit the nail on the head. I've been looking for other work where it involves caring and supporting people who can't support themselves. Oh, incredible. Like spot on there. And I really look so forward to my new career. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
Love that. That's amazing. So yeah, thank you, Sue, for your feedback on that. And let me see.
Could I also say, you know, Rob, sorry, could I just add for Rob earlier, but I did the reading. I wanted to say I have the Chariot card, which does show him overcoming his obstacles and being successful in what he's planning to do, and travel and movement there for him. So I feel that he might be relocating to either a new job or a new home, and it does show overcoming obstacles. So that was quite important to say that to him. I didn't get a chance to say it earlier.
Well, thank you. Oh, good. Well, yeah, thank you for adding that for Rob. That's incredible. And we will move to the next one, if you're okay to take this, Michael, from Sue. Hi, Sue. Thank you for dropping this in. Thank you for liking and sharing. So we're just, Sue's just wondering if a new business venture that she's interested in will be successful. So far, not getting off the ground.
Perfect. And hi, Sue. I actually do know you personally. The new business I'm interested in will be successful. So you're talking about it not so far not getting it off the ground. Yeah. So basically, a bit like the last sort of reading I did with the other Sue. So sensing a theme here. Bit of patience. So, we all want to hit the ground running. We all want to hit, the end goal straight away, but we got to do the foundations. We've got to get there first. So, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but it's kind of is the same with you, Sue. There's a bit of work still to be done, a bit of patience still around before you can kind of get to that sort of goal and level that you want to get this new business in. I feel like there is a bit of confusion and contradiction on your end a little bit, in a sense that you're saying that you're interested in it, but so far it's not going off the ground. To me, that's two different wording. So you're interested in something, but it's not getting off the ground. I feel like we need to move the language from I'm interested to it's happening, I'm doing. It's current. So to me, it feels like you're putting distance between you and the new business, and then disappointed because you're not seeing results, because I feel like your I'm going to use the word attitude here is not where it needs to be for it to be successful that it should be. So watch just the language. A lot of people don't realize when we type in past or we type in different ways that we're actually putting it out there in reverse, and then we're wondering why it's not picking up. So that's just the big thing that I sort of just noticed and wanted you to take note of as well. This, again, a bit like what I've said in tonight already in the past, the success is up to you. So the more you put in, obviously the more you'll receive. I do get it coming. There's no time frame at this stage, because I think there's a few things you still need to work out before we can kind of, Spirit can give a solid time frame on this. They just want you to just push a little bit harder, change the attitude and language around where you're at with this venture, and take the risk. You're being too safe. For those that, Sue, know me, I'm quite blunt in my reading, so I know you can handle what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you. Take a little bit more risks, push yourself a little bit more. You will see those results, but don't be impatient. Just, there's work that you need to do, and that. Don't be lazy. Do the work, and you'll see the results sooner rather than later. But Spirit wants you to really go for it, but you're not taking the risk, and that's what you need to do.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Yes, good advice.
I can be quite.
I would say tough love, but it's like,
yeah.
I was like,
but that's how I read. Like, I don't sugarcoat. So a lot of my regulars and clients that I have come to me because I sugarcoat. So if you do get offended, I'm not the psychic for you. That's how I operate.
No, I just think that's brilliant.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people can't handle it, but that's fine. I'm not the psychic that can help you in that sense.
Well, I think I feel like it's like a push, right? And it sounds like Sue probably needs a little of that, right? You have confidence
I think
to go forth.
I think we all do. I know I do.
Yeah.
I need a push.
Yeah.
I'm as lazy as they come, So, but I'll admit to that.
But to fully excel as well, we often need someone to tell us straight. And I think that's really perfect. So thank you.
I was going to say regarding Michael, they say ignorance is bliss. Like, if people are ignorant, they might feel in a safe sense, but it's a false sense of security. It's best to know the truth, because then they, once the truth is there, they can't really, see any other way. And sometimes even if the truth hurts, it's best to know, because then they, to know is to be forewarned, isn't it? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. So they then know where they stand in life or with other people. And it's always best for a psychic to be authentic. And even, I personally do try to be very tactful with people, and obviously I don't want to scare people or cause them unnecessary stress. But having said that, I do always try to be as honest as I can with people because, you know, obviously you have to really tell people what spirit want them to know. But, you know,
you've got to
obviously
find
I
that
do
thin
try to be
line. You have
careful.
to, you've got to
Yeah,
find that thin line between upsetting someone and being honest.
yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it.
I agree. I agree. Now,
I think
back to,
they
back to
thank
the
you in the
comments.
end.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
back to the comments. So, Renoiretta, we've got Lulu here saying thank you
Hello.
so much. That really appreciated the reading, made me feel much better. So that's incredible.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you for
good.
sharing.
I'm glad I helped.
Yeah, that feedback. That's incredible. So, if you're ready, I will get another question up here. Actually, we'll do a general one here from Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Thank you so much for liking and sharing the live stream. Just a reminder to do that if you're popping in a comment. And Jenny would just like a general reading, please. I don't have a date of birth here for Jenny, but if you'd like to pop it in and you're on, Jenny, that would be incredible. Thank you.
Is that for me? Is it? Do you want me to read for Jenny, or do you want Michael to do it?
No, that was for you, if that's okay, Renoiretta. Just
Oh,
a
okay.
general
Yeah,
reading,
fine.
a short general reading, please.
Okay. Yeah, I've got here the Eight of Swords here actually in the cards. So this shows me here there has been a bit of interference perhaps in her life from other people. So I feel with Jenny that she's a very sort of colourful, bubbly person. She's got a lot of friends around her. She's quite well liked by many people. And I feel that in general, most people are very positive towards her. But I do feel that there are one or two people who may have tried to interfere. So this card is just to let her know, to stand her ground with any people. You know, it could be jealousy, or perhaps people think they've been protective, but they're being a bit too interfering with her. So just to be aware of that there are some people who may, I don't feel there's any harm. I don't want her to worry. Nothing, no harm's going to happen to her. But there are one or two people I feel who may be trying to be a bit too interfering in her life, you know, for what she would feel comfortable with it. So just to stand her ground there is a message from Spirit there.
Okay.
Now, secondly, I've got the Six of Pentacles, and this shows success for her, financial and anything to do with earthy elements. So this could be work, career, finances, home, investments, anything to do with a sort of an earthy feel. But also there's an air element to it as well, because six and the discs can be also to do with sort of thinking faculties or intellectual pursuits. So, for instance, if she wanted to go to college or further her career by further education, for instance, that's looking quite good for her. With the moon in Taurus, which is also pointing to security to do with a house or a homing situation. So she might be making investments or thinking of home improvements that would be going well for her as well. And I feel that's over the next sort of 6 months, 6 to 12 months. I feel that would be happening for her.
Okay, that sounds very positive too, doesn't it? So any feedback would be amazing on that reading. Thank you. If you wanted to pop it in the comments, Jenny, thank you very much. And we do have some more feedback coming in, which is exciting from Sue to you, Michael. She also said, to say thank you for the reading as well, but she also said, yeah, thanks, Michael. She said thank you a few times. Thank you, Sue. This is not in the spiritual industry, so completely new for me. You're right. Need to do more research, but thank you for the advice. So you can tell she does really appreciate it. Appreciates you. So thank you so much. And again, just a reminder that we've got psychics ready to take your call, and the numbers are coming across the screen now. So you can call now or after the live broadcast to get a reading. And we might take another one for you, Michael. We might only have time for another two, so maybe another one each. We'll see how we go. We've still got quite a few here. Okay, let's just see which one we've got here. Okay, so one from Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for liking and sharing. Just, I guess, a general reading for the next few months, please.
Cool. I'll pull on the cards for this one. Usually with generals, it's hard to tune in without sort of a quick message from the cards because, yeah, with generals, you get all sorts coming through. And then it's deciding on which sort of area to pick on. The card I've got from you is the Six of Fire that's come up for you, Teresa, and that's just talking about, I think, the next, I was going to say the next 6 weeks, but I take that back. I'm actually getting the 6th of December, which is the fire sign. It'll be in Sagittarian, which is a fire sign. So around the 6th of December, I feel like you're going to start getting some victory, some good news, some results happening. Don't know if you're waiting on something or if you're waiting on an answer. I feel like I'm waiting on something, and I feel like I should have gotten the answer by now, but it hasn't come through yet. You'll probably find in that first week of December, around the 6th in particular, you're going to get the answer, and it's coming with victory and good news. So whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like in regards to that news, knowing that it's going to come positively, because I'm getting a lot of success. And I think whatever it is that you're waiting on, or whatever this news is that's coming, it's going to basically, it's like, it's funny, I want to use the words like victory as well. So it's like success, victory, positivity. It's like, now that I've got that, I can sort of forward plan the rest of the year and early into next year. So whatever this news is that you're waiting on, it's definitely going to set you up for the new year, but also the rest of this year. So something to look forward to, and just stay focused and you'll get there. And that's probably the best advice I can give you right now.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. Sounds really good. Hopefully that again resonated with you, Teresa. And yeah, you're welcome to put in any comments here, anything you have to say around that. That would be wonderful. We really welcome feedback. And again, those numbers are popping by on the screen. If you would like to have a reading, please call those numbers, and there are psychics ready to take your call now and after the show. And Renoiretta, we might take another one for you from Karen. Hi, Karen. Thank you for liking and sharing again. And Karen would like some guidance from her loved ones. She's saying that she really doesn't enjoy this time of year anymore. It seems to be a bit of a theme that we're getting tonight, doesn't it? So something for us all to be aware of. And I think hopefully that collective advice everyone's getting something from. But, you know, again, maybe we can touch on that specifically for Karen. I'll see.
And do you have her date of birth? Do you have Karen's date of birth?
Karen, I don't think I can see that you've popped in your date of birth, but if you are on now, it'd be wonderful if you could just pop that on there, so that Renoiretta has that. But otherwise, if you'd like to get started, that would be amazing.
Yeah, fine.
And then we'll hopefully she'll pop that on there soon.
Okay, well, I'm sensing for Karen that she's lost some people either into the spirit world or just lost friends along the way somewhere, that she's had some sort of fallings out. But I feel a sense of loss around for her. It hasn't got the same sort of magic and inspiration as it used to for her, or excitement that she used to feel years ago. And I feel this is also around people around her. They also feel the same way. So I sense there's been some sadness. I feel more like bereavements, or certainly some sort of losses that they've had. I also feel that she feels perhaps it's not quite as mesmerising or, you know, magical as it used to be Christmas. You know, the spark has gone out for some other reasons. It could be that she finds it too commercial now, as well as the fact that she's had losses, for instance. It does show me here there's been some sad there. I don't know if you can see that, you know, something ended. She's had something ending in her life. So I feel this is the sense of being in a relationship with somebody. I've got here the Two of Wands here as well, with the keyword being dominant. So someone tried to overpower her perhaps, or she felt that this person was very controlling in her past. But the good news is the Princess of Swords card, which this is showing here symbolically that it's almost as if she's cutting ties with negative people out of her life, and she's standing her ground. She's defending herself. She's been very sort of upfront and honest with people and telling people how she feels. You know, she's not taking any nonsense of anybody. So, for instance, if she's in a relationship with someone now, or going into a new relationship, she would be letting the person know from the start how she means to go on, if that makes sense. She would make it very clear what her boundaries are, and not to cross those boundaries. I feel that she's usually a very kind, caring person, and sometimes people take advantage a bit of that. Perhaps felt that they could push the boundaries a bit too far, or, encroach upon her a bit too much. But this is going to be a time of more balance and harmony, because the sword card is also often to do with Libra. The Princess of Swords card is often very symbolic of the sign of Libra, which is about equilibrium and balance with the two scales. So it shows me here the air element. She's going to be very communicative with people. And I feel that Christmas will start to improve a bit for her, because she's still going to find there is sometimes to have fun, socialising with people, being a bit sentimental for good reasons, not just remembering sad things that people may have passed away or past relationships that didn't work out. She will have some, grounds for celebrating the season as well with other people, loved ones, friends, family. So I do feel that she will still manage to have quite a good Christmas this year and other forwards into the future, be able to enjoy Christmas and the festive time a bit more. She's always going to feel a bit nostalgic. I get that feeling there's a bit of nostalgia that she's always going to have, because she's had some sort of losses there somewhere along the way, whether it's literally losses, people passing into the spirit world, or just breakdowns of relationships with people. But I feel it's a combination of both. That's what I'm picking up. And I do feel that she will always remember that, but she's not going to hold on to it. The past hurt. She's not going to let it stop her moving forward. I do feel that she's going to be able to move on in life, and sort of have wisdom from hindsight, hindsight wisdom from the past. She's going to learn from the past.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, but I think Michael's trying to say something. Was she trying to say something, Michael? Or was it? Oh, okay.
No, just drinking.
No, so I heard somebody say something, but it could have been one of my spirit guides coming through, because I do have spirit guides come through.
Okay.
And I just feel there's a man around her anyway. She's going to have a man around her, like a partner, a positive person who's going to be, supportive towards her. And it's not going to be a dominant relationship. I feel she had one in the past where with Mars, in that sign, and also the two of, that dominating card, it did actually seem to indicate that she has had somebody who was very overpowering or very controlling in her past. But that's actually not going to be the case in the future. I feel that things are improving. Mars in Aries, it was Mars in Aries with, domination. So I don't know what star sign this person was, but it's just symbolising the planet Mars, really, rather than the star sign that it was in. And Mars can have that effect on some people, that it can make them very fiery, a bit argumentative, sometimes a bit overpowering if you've got a very strong Mars in your chart. So I feel that this is symbolising an ex-partner that she had some time ago.
Well, it sounds like there's a bit of letting go to do there, and hopefully there's some new energy coming in, which is a lovely thing. So thank you so much for that. And again, hopefully that resonates. And a reminder,
I'm getting the image of a Christmas tree. I'm getting the image of a Christmas tree with a dove on top of it as well, which is a symbol of peace. I'm getting the image of a Christmas tree with a white dove. Yeah, so I feel that that's, she's got spiritual guidance and protection around her as well. I feel that that's important. And the other thing is I'm picking up a lady in the spirit who watches over her, but who's protecting her, and she wants her to know that she's watching over her. A fair-haired lady in the spirit world watching over her, I'm picking up as well.
Oh, well, that sounds like there's lots of light there and peace, which is beautiful, really beautiful. Yes, so you can, just a reminder, you can call for a detailed reading after the show as well. Michael, will you be on after the show?
I will. I actually haven't been on for, I hate to admit, almost 2 years now. So I'm actually making a regular habit. So those that are watching, I just want to quickly announce that I'm moving away let me start again, shall I? I'm no longer doing my private readings anymore personally. So I'm moving all my business to the online phones now. So if you do want a reading with me, it's going to be the only way to grab me. So yes, I'll be on after the show, and I'll also be on pretty much most days moving forward on the line. So you'll definitely be able to grab me most days now.
Oh, Michael, that's fantastic news. Great. So Michael's PIN is 9149. So hopefully, Michael, if you, are on the phones afterwards, if anyone would like a detailed reading with you, please feel free to call. Renoiretta as well will be on. I hopefully you'll be on, and your PIN is 9112.
At least for an hour. I'm not sure I'll be on for longer than that, but if I'm not on for 2 hours or so now, I could be on later on today, or over the weekends, and certainly during the week as well. It's a shame that Chantal didn't turn up, but I got a message coming through that they're saying that she had problems with her network or something. So I think there are
Yeah, I think
issues.
we've had yes, some uncanny rain. I'm not sure where Chantal is, but yeah,
Queensland.
maybe that. Oh, Queensland. We're all in different states here, but we all seem to be affected that way. Yeah, I think there's some.
It's like in the UK. The UK's got very we've got very changeable weather, which is why I'm wrapped up warm today with my hat and things to keep warm, because the weather here is sort of not quite winter yet, but it's coming up to the winter solstice. But of course, over there in Oz, you'll be having the summer solstice, won't you? Because you've got the opposite to us. So
exactly.
So you'll be having the summer solstice.
Yes.
Yes,
Well, I've
next
got my
month.
door. I've got my door open because it's quite humid today in Melbourne.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we've got the
That's
heating on here. So.
Yeah, very humid in Sydney too. And yeah, Chantal did say that there's been storms. So there's obviously been storms where she is, and she apologises that she couldn't be on tonight. But we're very happy that we've had Michael here. Thank you so much for jumping in last minute. That's been amazing. Yeah, and it's been amazing to be on here with both of you tonight. Thank you so much for making it so welcoming for me and everyone that's written in with your comments. We've so appreciated it, and your time and your support for the show. Thank you. Again, please call the numbers. We've got psychics on, obviously Michael, Renoiretta's on. We've also got, I believe, Amanda, Chantal, Claire, Judith, Sky, Maria, Natalie. Hopefully they're still on and their pins on there. So feel free to ring for a detailed reading after the show. And again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Fiona. It's been a real pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me as a guest. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all really soon. And I love being part of this community. So thank you. Have a beautiful evening.